Move on to some real fights now. Just a real fighter. CM Punk, former UFC welterweight CM Punk, did a long interview on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, where he talked about a bunch of things: his UFC career, his WWE return, his AEW exit, which was entertaining stuff. He said that he had no regrets about how his UFC career went, and he was kind of talking about it. He's like, he's like, oh yeah, I was talking to my wife. He's like, how old was I when I did UFC? Like 30, 35? And then she's like, oh no, you were 37. He's like, what the fuck was I thinking? So 8 years on from the CM Punk experiment, Angel.
Dang, it's been that long.
Yeah, it was September.
Wait, so CM Punk's 45 now?
Yes.
45, 46.
40. I think he's 44, 45. I may not be. So he fought in September of 2016. So we're not fully 8 years yet, but we're pretty close. So he's 44, 45, somewhere around there. But yeah, so 8 years on. What do you make of that whole thing, Angel? I mean, I know that some people were talking about it because he talked about it,
You give it a try, man. You got to respect that. To just go straight to the top of a sport like that and put yourself out there, you got to tip it. No matter what the result is. That'd be like some I don't even know what you could equate it to, but like someone random going into boxing and then instantly fighting a top 15 guy.
Yeah.
Not 15 guy, but like, let's just say some other guy with like a somewhat okay record.
Yeah, because I mean, Mickey Gall was not a top 15 guy, but he was still a young guy who had gotten wins.
Had a lot of potential.
Still in the UFC all these years later.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Great jiu-jitsu.
Commented on the feet. Yeah. Big power. Just not exactly refined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then he fought Mike Jackson, who, defeated former UFC welterweight champion Pat Miletich. I mean,
that would be years later, though, Josh.
I know, I'm fucking around. Yeah. Hey, but you know what, though? This is always the funniest thing to me. I was like, hey, you know what? Mike Jackson did not technically defeat CM Punk. That's a no contest. He does have a win over a former UFC champion, though. So couldn't beat Punk, but
CM Punk's 0-1 of his UFC career, man. Not a bad deal.
1-1. We'll take it. We'll take it, boys. Also talked about. I mean, I know you don't know enough about his AEW run and all that sort of stuff. So I won't talk much about that. But yeah, it was a fun interview. If you guys want to watch it, it was pretty funny.
I thought about watching it. I watched a little bit of it, but not a lot.
You would enjoy it. He kind of breaks down everything from like the last, because he doesn't do many interviews. From like his UFC career to like now, basically. That was what the interview was about.
I know he addressed the situation at AEW.
He addressed the AEW situation where he was like, you know what? Whenever I got fired, I thought I was doing the responsible thing. I didn't even punch him. I just choked him a little bit. And I'm like...
I wonder how he choked him, though.
Apparently it's just like, put him in a little guillotine, just front face.
That's all I know. Was it that? Was it a schoolyard joke?
Yeah.
Was it a...
Fucking Luke Perry's son, dude. Starting all that shit,
Dang.
Jack Perry, Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Yeah.
Wait, Luke Perry, the guy who passed away, who was on
You don't know this? I guess I didn't. Yeah. So yeah,
Luke Perry.
That same Luke Perry. His son is a pro wrestler. Jack Perry, Jungle Boy Jack Perry. He was in AEW, and like him and Punk were arguing about something. Like he wanted to use real glass for like a spot, like a stunt or whatever. And Punk's like, that's fucking stupid. Like you're not doing that. And he like helped run AEW Collision, which was like the new show he was on. It's like, you're not doing that. Pay-per-view comes. And Jack Perry said some shit like he did some sort of stunt with like a car breaking the glass, whatever. And he looked in the camera. He's like, real glass, go cry river or something. Just like a clear shot at him.
Off script.
Yeah, off script. And Punk was waiting for him in the back because he was the next matchup. He's like, why do you always got to do? Why do we got to do this stupid internet shit? Like, what are we doing? And Jack Perry's like, do something about it. So he did something about it. And I don't know. I will say this much. I'm not going to stay too long on it. It is always funny to me anytime he talks about AEW, because then you get all the people who are like, I can't believe, oh God, he took it too far. He shouldn't have done this. It's like, are you guys? I know some of you guys aren't, but are you guys grown men? Like sometimes people just fight, and that's just the way it is. Like that's just what's going to happen. It doesn't mean that's the end of the world. Nobody got too badly hurt. Nobody got brain damage. Like.
Punk was let go from his job.
Yeah, he went go from his job. Went and did something else. We don't gotta be that big about it. It just is what it is. Sometimes men fight. It is what it is. It's the only thing I'll agree with those alpha male like Andrew Tate types. Like sometimes fighting just is. That's the only way that's gonna solve a situation. I mean, just is what it is. You know, it's
letting it out. I guess that's probably what it is.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you shouldn't let words affect you that much, but it's like, but they do. That's life, man. Like,
that is life.
If you talk shit, you should be prepared for the consequences, whatever happens. That's just the way life works, you know. But yeah, man. So that's all I got for that one. Hopefully we'll see CM Punk back in UFC any day now, you know. So set up the super fight with fucking Brock Lesnar. No weight classes, you know.
Open weight,
you know.
Valley Tudo.
Fuck yeah, dude. Honestly, no gloves, you know. Just
bare knuckle.
Yeah. Have them fight.
15-minute rounds.
15-minute round. We're going pride rules, head stomps, you know.
Soccer kicks.
We're going to throw Bam Bam Bigelow in there, make it a triple threat match, you know. Just
Bobby Lashley's going to show up.
Fatal four-way.
DC is the ref.
DC is the ref. Throw in, man, who's a guy who went from MMA to wrestling? Junior Dos Santos. He's in there too. You know, throw some other guys in there.
Cain Velasquez.
Hell in a Cell match. 6-way Hell in a Cell match. Cormier's the ref, you know?
Could you imagine?
Pay-per-view. $75.99. Nah, anyways. So
you pay for that.
Yeah, I'm not paying. I'm going to my local Buffalo Wild Wings for that one.
No, you pay for it.
Anyways, so